Hello my friends, I'm welcoming you back to my channel. It's been long since I made a post due to many reasons, but I'm back again. So today I'm going to show you how I make these soft layered chapatis the Kenyan ordinary way. These are so nice. You see how many layers you get? So soft and light. Yeah, there are chapatis you can even take without anything. You can take with your stews. You can take with your tea, anytime for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So, to start with, these are our ingredients, very few. All-purpose flour, we got salt, we got sugar, but it's optional. Oil, fat, or butter. I love adding sugar because it adds some little tastes and also color in my chapatis. You will also notice that I also use this fry mate or cowboy cooking fat. I prefer it more than oil. This is for preference, but you can try either and see what works for you. So in my large bowl, I've added my all-purpose flour, salt, and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Then now I'm adding my melted cooking fat. Mix everything together, and then you add water. This is room temperature water, guys. The place I'm staying is quite hot, so I don't need to warm my water. But if you are staying in a cold place, kindly warm your water. Just room temperature, it's okay. Please do not use hot water. Many people use hot water, but you'll notice if you use hot water, your chapatis are not going to be it destroys the gluten in your dough. It won't be as stretchy as it's supposed to be. I've already made my soft but firm dough. Now I've smeared a little oil to avoid it drying. Then I've covered with my dishcloth. Waited for at least 30 minutes before working on it. This is a very important step. If you don't let it rest, you realize when you try to roll it, it shrinks back. So then flour your surface where you are going to put your balls of the dough. The pieces I'm cutting, these are just of any size you prefer. If you like big chapatis, you can make it bigger than what you see. After making your ball, now we are in a very crucial stage of rolling the dough flat, oiling and folding. This is what gives you the layers, guys. This is what gives you the layers. Folding in an ordinary way. This is how my mom taught me when I was young. There are many different ways to fold it, but I prefer using the old method. So after rolling, you oil. It should be enough oil, guys. It should be enough oil because we want our layers. If you don't put enough oil, of course, there'll be no layers. We need the layers to open up when we are cooking. Roll it flat. Don't mind about the shape at this stage. You apply your oil. evenly. Of course, this takes more time than the other method of rolling a whole duff and then you cut into strips. But this one, if you really want good and enough layers, you have to at least roll one at a time. Yeah. So you can see I'm arranging this in anti-clockwise direction. And when you are cooking, you start with the one you started folding. It has already rested, and we don't want it to overstay and become dry. My pan is getting hot. I usually put my chapatis in this hot pot. I don't want them to get cold. But you have to line it in a tissue paper or kitchen towel to absorb the steam which comes from the hot chapatis. Otherwise, especially the lower chapatis are going to be soggy or damp. So now you roll flat into a good circle shape. You see, my dough is easy to work. I'm not using so much energy or strength here. Then place it in your hot pan. You don't add oil yet. Let it cook for a few, maybe I think a minute, until you see it becoming translucent, and also you'll see some bubbles. The bubbles are indicating that the layers are opening up in between the oils. The oil we use to fold, the layers will be opening up as you cook. When you turn the other side, oil the top part so that it doesn't dry. We want soft chapatis. My pan, I don't know if it's the shape of it or what, oil tends to run on the sides. That's why you'll see me lifting my pan and moving it around, also moving my chapatis around. See, it's already cooked on one side. We flip to the other side, add some little oil. By moving your chapati like this with the spatula, it will help it cook evenly. Obviously, because you're cooking with lower heat in a gas cooker, the center of it becomes hotter than the sides. See, it's well cooked, nice golden color. You see? By the way, another secret or tip, use a flat pan. The oil will be evenly distributed, and also the heat. Pan which dips in the middle don't give these results. Most of the time you have to fold it and pull it at the center. So this is another style of batching up several and cooking them together. You see, I'm cooking two together. First of all, you need to place them in the pan without oil, both of them. You do the first one, the second one, then you place them together, start adding your oil. And when one is cooked, you don't remove it. If you're cooking the two of them, you have to cook both of them. See, when you're turning, the top chapati becomes at the middle, so they'll actually cook together. This process helps the chapati to cook evenly, and also it's faster. It is helpful when you're cooking a bigger number or for the big families. We can even batch like 4 or 5 together, but I prefer not to batch more than 2 for better results. We want our chapatis to swell up or bubble up. So if you put too many together, they press towards one another and they don't give one another space to bubble up. The bubbling is what opens up the layers. And also when you put several together, they brown so quickly because of course they are pressing the bottom one tightly close to the pan. So if you want to batch up, kindly just do 2 at a time and not more than that. They are already cooked. So easy. You see guys, nice color, well cooked. So now let's see the results. See, the chapatis are flaky, soft and so light. A nice cooked chapati should be light and flaky. Too soft, you can fold it several times. You see, it just folds like a piece of soft cloth. Then when you tear it, it has to tear into a long string with layers. When you use hot water, this is not going to happen, guys. You pull it, it just cuts like a newspaper because the gluten is not there. You use hot water, it's like you are cooking your flour before cooking, before actually frying. The flour will be cooked. You see the layers? This is now the folding stage. So light, soft with multiple layers. I hope you're going to try this method, guys. Thank you so much.